Phil, pulling forward, as Sticky pointed out, there is that little tactic, is that little psych, that's a little, oi, I'm in front of you, and that's where I'm going to stay. Let's have it. So guys, once I said Phil Morrison and Walton Smith could have been a final. Now, Phil Morrison, James Dean, this could have been your final, but it's not, it's a semi-final. They're underway. James Dean, not accelerating hard, he's not being judged yet. He's got half a corner. It is about to go ballistic in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We are judging. Phil is away, James, putting away, taking it to the wall with a clipping point perfectly. Phil Morrison shallow. We're not seeing the customer. There's the smoke that we all know and love from the Drift S15. There's the close. Oh, the straighten from Phil Morrison. A straighten as James takes it to the barrier. Phil has got to go to work for, guys. You know what you saw there. You cannot take back what has been seen. Phil Morrison, you know what? I reckon James Dean took the advantage in that one. What do we reckon, folks? Was that Phil Morrison's battle? Or was it James Dean's? There's a very excited whoop whoop there. Now what's going to happen? Because Phil Morrison, we know he's got the power, we know he's got the speed, we know he's got the smoke. We also know that James Dean does not believe in fear. He can drive with his eyes closed, probably. So after that first battle, judges, who's going through with the advantage? So I'm not going to tell you who's going through with the advantage, just on the off chance that they might hear in those cars. But there is a definite advantage going into this second battle. Phil Morrison in the smoke machine, the Driftworks S15. Experienced drifter James has raced in America, the low point drifter's car. Phil now is going to pull on the power, pull on the smoke, pull on the pressure. Look at that, to the wall, all the way. James all over him. That's it, Phil lays down the smoke, puts in the speed. James is all over him. James is slight straight, he's turning it close to Phil. Phil, that is a battle right there. You can hear the applause in the background from the judges. Look at the smoke that's just been produced from these 4 tires. Wow. Who was going to take that one, you know?
James is definitely
literally, folks. In the first run, I would have said James Dean. In the second run, I would have said Phil Morrison.
Really?
But what do we reckon?
No,
we're going to find out very, very shortly. The judges are collaborating. That second battle there was so tight. Phil is pointing at James Dean, but we don't know yet. We don't know. The judges have not decided. Look at that. Give them both a round of applause now they're out of the car. But who's going to go through? The judges discussing the angles. They are breaking down every part of those battles. That second battle there, in the first one, it's no lie. James Dean went through with a slight advantage. In the second battle, the judges are still discussing it. Guys, if you can hear me down there, they're still in there talking about this. Just give us 30 seconds and we're going to go with a decision. Maybe. No pressure up in the judging box, but we have to get this right. They have to be sure. So, wow. Okay, guys, down there by the cars, going through into the second battle with a slight advantage with James Dean. Going through now is James Dean. He knocks out the local hero, Phil Morrison, by the smallest of margins. The judges cannot stress it enough. Phil absolutely took it to him on that second battle, but James Dean just did enough. You are literally looking at inches there that James Dean had over Phil Morrison that puts him through to our final. That was outrageous. That was so close. But give a huge round of applause now to Phil Morrison.
Are you going to burn out?
We are going to have our third and fourth place battle. This is just for you. If you are from Birmingham, if you've got some West Midlands love, give it up for Mr. Phil Morrison and Driftworks. There he is, emerging from the smoke. There's a man who loves his job. Yeah. So there you go. That is why it's called the smoke machine. Those Federal tyres can take a pounding, but when Phil's right foot gets a little bit heavy, they do not stand a chance. Look at that, folks. Don't worry, stand back. Don't worry, we've got Mr. Andy Harris on standby. Safety officer for Top Gear, TV stunts, all that sort of stuff. But we know he loves a bit of Drift Allstars, and we also know that he knows that car is not on fire. It is on fire! Right there. So, into the final, we have James Dean, our #1 qualifier, and our #1 on the championship points at the moment. But that means that we need to work out who's going to go through to the final alongside him. Is it going to be Nigel Colfer? Is it going to be Christy Carpenter? Give Mr. Phil Morrison one more round of applause here. Because we're going to see Phil again, because we're going to have a battle for 3rd and 4th place. So you're going to see Nigel Colfer next versus Christy Carpenter. That is for a place in the final, but the loser of this battle will go up against Phil Morrison.